welcome back to another episode from the occult realm. Today I'm just making a short video, but I want to read a little bit from this book that I'm working on, that I'm going to finish soon. I've been working on this one for a little while now. The Black Arts by Richard Cavendish. This book is really good for those starting out and interested in the occult realm. It has a lot of different branches within the occult. So this book, on the back, I'll read what it says on the back because I feel that it's important to let others know. It says, the classic study of the occult reintroduced in the 50th century edition. The Black Arts is a fascinating and wonderfully readable exploration of the practice, the theory, and the underlying rationale of magic and occultism in all its branches. So that's what they call them, each different section, because there's many sections, there's many branches within the realm of the occult. There's many to choose from. You can go all over the place, check them all out, or discover one at a time and do deep dives within each one of them. There's so many. So yes, in all its branches, including witchcraft, spells, numerology, astrology, alchemy, Kabbalah, tarot, charms, and summoning and control of spirits. This edition features a 15th century introduction by historian of alternative spirituality Mitch Horowitz, who frames the book for a new generation of readers. So those branches that I just read off from what it says on the back, those are just only a few. There's a lot more than those. So if you do the research and look up occult or occultism or branches within the occult, you will find many more areas, branches, sections to discover on your own. But I do recommend, like I said, I do recommend this book for anyone that's starting out, for anyone that is interested, and for anyone who wants to do more research and put in the work and put in the time to gain the knowledge for yourself. So this book, I recommend. Go check it out and let me know what you think. As you can see, I'm almost done. I got a few more pages, a few more sections to read through. So this section where I want to read the passage from is called, well, the chapter actually is called Chapter 6, Ritual Magic. So that's what I'm into right now. And this section in which I'm going to be reading is called The Lords of Darkness, and that's section 3 within the chapter of Ritual Magic. So I want to, like I said, I want to read a little bit. I actually want to read a good not chapter, but a good paragraph in this little short video. Just to let others know a little bit about this book and what it contains. So chapter 1 is The World of the Black Magician. Chapter 2, Names and Numbers, which has to do with numerology. Chapter 3, The Kabbalah and the Names of Power. Chapter 4, The Stone and the Elixir. That has to do with alchemy. Chapter 3 has a little bit to do with the paths in the tarot. Chapter 5 is astrology. Goes into a pretty deep dive with that one. Chapter 6, which I'm on, is ritual magic. And then chapter 7, so only 7 chapters. Chapter 7 is the worship of the devil. So it's a little bit lighter in the beginning and the middle, and then it goes to a more darker area as it gets more to the end. Okay, so the Lords of Darkness. There are also the elementals. So elementals are very important. Not a lot of people know about elementals. Okay, so it says the grimoires and the demonologists classify the spirits which the magician may attempt to summon up in various different ways. There are spirits of the 7 planets, spirits of the days of the week. So each day of the week has a spirit. Each of the 7 planets has a spirit. Spirits of the hours of the night and of the day. So there's, like it says, there's spirits of the night and there's spirits of the daytime. Spirits of each zodiac sign. And spirits of the cardinal points. Northwest, southeast, or however you want to say it. Some of them good, and some of them are evil. There are also elementals. In the 5th century, Proclus divided spirits into 5 groups. 4 of them connected with the elements of fire, air, water, and earth. And a 5th group, which live underground. Okay, underground. Celsius in the 11th century added a 6th category. Now just don't judge me if I get this if I mispronounced this, but lucifugum would be the 6th category, which means fly the night. In 16th and 17th centuries, authors of fire spirits are usually described as living in the upper heavens and having no contact with men. The spirits of air are ferocious and violent. Okay, ferocious and violent. The spirits of the air. They hate human beings. The spirits of the air hate human beings. The spirits of the air cause storms and can make themselves visible bodies out of air. That's so crazy. That's so wild, but it's true. Water spirits, which are cruel, passionate, and deceitful, generally appear in female shape. Water spirits. They wreck ships and drown swimmers. Water spirits. Now this one I have a connection to because I have a weird sensation every time I go for a walk in the woods. Like something is looking at me. I have that feeling like I'm on my back or just on me or around me in general. It's like the woods are very kind of like eerie in a way because I feel like something is always looking at me or watching me, or something is there. I can feel it when I walk in the woods, and this is what I'm going to tell you about in a minute. Spirits of earth, okay, the spirits of the earth, they live in the woods. Some are friendly to men, but some set traps for them and lead travelers astray. They attack miners and treasure hunters. They cause earthquakes and eruptions. Spirits of the earth, okay? And they lure people below ground to their deaths. When I read this, I was like, oh my goodness, this is why I get this feeling every time I go for a walk in the woods, even with people, or even for a hike, or even just for a short few minutes or a half hour or an hour walk in the woods. Just anywhere in the woods that I go, I get this sensation and I get this feeling, and this is exactly why. Because the spirits of the earth live in the woods. Now, I don't know if anybody else has that feeling, but now you know. So the fly by lights, which is also called lucifugum. So the fly the nights, which naturally never appear in the daytime, are entirely beyond human understanding or control. They are mysterious, restless, and malignant. They pursue and kill those incautious enough to travel by night. So those who travel by night, just be mentally cautious or mentally aware of these beings. These spirits are the medieval and modern survivals of the widespread primitive belief that all nature is alive as man is. Because nature truly is alive. Living organisms, everything is alive out there. Everything communicates in their own way in nature, whether it's through signals through the root system or by the sounds they make or however else they communicate. But like it says, nature is alive as man is. So nature is alive just how we are, in some way. That spirits live in every stream. Okay? Spirits live in every stream. Spirits live in every mountain. Spirits live in clouds, okay? In the clouds that you see in the sky, in the different cloud formations. Spirits live in the clouds. Spirits live in the breezes of the air. Spirits live in the trees, in nature, the woods, the trees, okay? Touching trees is also a good form of grounding yourself. You can feel the energy, and there's also, like it says, there's spirits in the trees, there's spirits in nature. There's spirits that live in fields, in the fields. The spirit of the fields. Spirits of hedgerows. Yes, hedgerows. There's spirits in everything. There's spirits in boulders, in big boulders, yes. In crags, which are the mountain faces, the cliffs, yes. Even though it seems that mountains and face cliffs and crags are together, there's separate spirits for the mountains and for the crags, for the faces of the mountains, for the cliffs. And like most of you know, spirits that live in caves. Okay, so it's not just like weird random creatures that only come out at nighttime that we don't ever see, that we don't know about, but also there's spirits that live in caves. So those weird sounds that you might be hearing, or like bangs, like sounds or clanks, or like the sound of like falling rocks or something, some kind of weird noise, just keep in mind that could be spirits, possibly spirits or something else. But just always keep in mind that there's spirits in everything, like this book says. They are unpredictable and mischievous. Unpredictable because we don't know what's going to happen. We don't know what nature is gonna do or how it's gonna treat us. Those people that climb the crags, that climb rock faces and rock walls on the mountains, like, even though they seem to be fastened with their clips and with their ropes or whatever, the spirits could have another plan or whatever, for that person. The spirit may not like what that person is doing, drilling holes to fasten their clamps for their ropes to climb the face wall or whatever. The rope system could come loose and the climber could fall. Everything in nature is unpredictable, like debris or branches or even trees that fall. We have no idea when it's going to happen. It's very random that branches and things fall from trees. So yes, they are unpredictable and mischievous as nature is. You see, nature in general is very unpredictable and is very mischievous. Because like I said, we can't predict nature. We can talk to nature. We can say, to protect me. We can ask nature and ask the trees and the environment to protect you as you're walking on the trails, or like on your hikes, on your adventures. Sometimes kindly, but more often cruel. Nature is sometimes kindly, but more often nature is cruel. So that's the paragraph that I wanted to read, because I felt it was important to get that knowledge, to get this knowledge out to everyone else and to those who are interested. So yes, there is spirits in everything. So just be mindful of that next time you're outside doing things, working in the yard, or going for a walk in the woods, or if you're into water sports, just be mindful of the water that you're going to be like surfing in, or canoeing, or white water rafting, or whatever. Just be mindful of the environment around you, and try to be respectful of the spirits within nature. Definitely don't go doing any damage to the environment. Like don't be one of those people that just breaks branches and snaps low tree links, or little trees, or just be mindful of the nature around you. Be mindful of the spirits that are within everything in nature. Be mindful to respect nature, because it's like karma, like if you do bad to nature, nature might come back and attack you somehow. May not be that day, but maybe the next day, or a week from now, or a month from now, but it will remember what you did. Nature in general, it doesn't forget. And yeah, just nature is very unpredictable, and just everything that has to do with nature and water and earth. Even like I was saying, if you're into water sports, just be mindful of the water spirits that you're, like that you're around. Or even if you want to go for a swim, be mindful of the spirits within that water that you're swimming in. Like always mention that you're going to be going for a swim, or to protect you while you're in the water. Just be mindful of that, and always say thank you to the water spirits after you're done with your swim. But like it says here, water spirits, which are cruel, so they can be cruel, like it says that the spirits can destroy ships, can drag you down and drown you. Water spirits can be passionate too. So if they sense that you're a good person, then, and if you respect the waters, then pretty much you'll be like protected, and you'll be or the water will be more passionate towards you. Deceitful. Yeah, wreck ships and drown swimmers. But yeah. So like I said, I really wanted to get this out there to let everybody know about the different kinds of spirits that we have on this planet, on this earth. That we are not the only beings here. And yes, ghosts and spirits exist, but it's not just what paranormal investigators do. Like there's other people out there, there's other like mediums out there that actually go out into the woods and communicate with these elementals. I've never seen it with my own eyes, but I have heard stories from other mediums that have made contact with elementals. And one good way of doing that is going out into the into your local woods or your nearby woods, and bringing some kind of like an offering, something that has to do with like nature in general. Even like a little cup of, or a little dish of like honey or something. Or even if you want to bring some incense, to burn some incense out there. Or if you have like a special rock, or a certain kind of rock, like I have some obsidian right here, you could bring that as an offering. If you have like some wooden objects that you have that you have carved, you can use those as some kind of an offering. So offerings are good for elementals. Yes, so this is currently where I am. So I just read that paragraph last night, and like I said, I wanted to let everybody know. So yes, this book I really do recommend, and I hope that those who are interested goes out and gets this book, or orders it on Amazon or thrift books if they have it. So definitely check this book out for sure. So with that said, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching my videos on YouTube. Thank you to all of my subscribers. I really appreciate all of you. And feel free to share my channel with others, with other groups. Feel free to involve other people to share the knowledge within my channel with other people, and just kind of bring people to my channel and expand this this knowledge to everybody who's interested. So thanks again for tuning in to the occult, and I will see you on the next video.